Matthew, and they reasoned with themselves. Mark, and they reasoned with themselves. Luke, and they reasoned with themselves. Alright, that's perfect. Saying, if we shall say, from heaven. Still the same. Matthew continues, he will say to us, why did you not then believe him? Mark, he will say. Okay, so Matthew, he will say to us. Mark, he will say. Luke, he will say. Alright, so he will say is all three. Matthew adds to us. So Matthew, why did you not then? Mark, why then did you not? Luke, why then believed you him not? Why then believed you him not? That's the most out of order. I'm not going with that. But why is the first word of all three. Why? Did you not then believe him? Or why then? I think that makes the most sense. Luke continues, but if we say of men, Mark, but if we shall say of men. So shall's added in Mark. Matthew, but if we shall say of men. Okay, I'll do that. But if we shall is Matthew and Mark. Say men. Luke continues, all the people will stone us. Mark is just they feared the people. I don't like how Mark has it. Because this is as if we're having an inside peek at what they're saying amongst themselves. But Mark, it's just a summary from our point of view again. They feared the people. As opposed to Luke saying their words still, all the people will stone us. Matthew, we fear the people. But if we shall say of men, we fear the people, for all hold John as the prophet. Now, okay, that doesn't make sense either. Only Luke really makes sense, where it continues in their conversation amongst themselves. All the people will stone us. So I'm going to continue with that. For they be persuaded that John was a prophet. They're saying amongst to each other that they, the other people, be persuaded that John was a prophet. Mark, for all men counted John that he was a prophet indeed. That's stepping back, seeing it from third person point of view. We fear the people, for all hold John as a prophet. I'm not sure if I should have the conversation continue amongst them like it is in Luke, for they be persuaded that John was a prophet. That's a bit confusing, because it could mean, like Matthew and Mark, the narrative has taken a step back anyway, speaking about the priests and scribes. They were persuaded that John was actually a prophet. Even they, not just the other people, but the scribes and the priests. So I'm going to go with how Matthew, Mark, and maybe Luke says it, that yes, it is now generally speaking, not just what they're saying amongst themselves. And I like how Matthew says, for all hold John as a prophet. Mark is not quite as clear. For all men, in italics, counted John that he was a prophet. 4 is all three. I could say they all. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. For they all counted John that he was a prophet, or hold John as a prophet. I don't think it makes as much sense the way Mark writes it. For all men counted John, comma, that he was a prophet. It would make more sense. For all men counted John as a prophet, the way Matthew has. Luke, be persuaded that John was a prophet. I think hold is the best. Hold, and then Luke, that John was a prophet, because John is dead. And Mark has was a prophet indeed. Matthew as a prophet. Yeah, I'm going to go with was. For they all hold. I think hold is the best. That's Matthew. Now Mark, Luke, that. John is in all three. Not just as a prophet, but was is Mark and Luke. A prophet is all three. Indeed is only Mark.